Hi, it's Mike Varty from Script for Justice, Tier, Credo, Landmarq, Shadowland, and you're watching Live Prog.
Welcome to Live Prog, thanks for tuning in. I am your host Marcel Haster. The album I'm going to present to you now is an album I have been waiting on for a very long time, probably longer than any other album I've ever waited on. In 2010 I met with the keyboard player of this band and we talked about the album and he said, yeah, we're working on it, it's gonna come very soon. But it still took them, a little over a year. But it was worth the wait, because here it is. This one, Landmarq, Entertaining Angels. A while back I was chatting with a friend on Facebook, Jeff Matthews from prognaut.com, and in his review he mentioned that Entertaining Angels was the triumphant return of a criminally underrated band in modern prog. Well, I kinda agree. It is definitely a triumphant return. About the underrated, I got a feeling that Landmarq is underrated. I think they deserve much more recognition and much more attention. And with this album, they have proven that they are still, amazing at what they do, making fantastic progressive rock. Melodic, symphonic, epic, absolutely. When we look back to the last Landmarq album, we have to go back some 14 years in time. 1998. I have it right here. This one, Science of Coincidence. Now, as you may know, Damien Wilson used to be the vocalist of Landmarq, and he did so for the first couple of albums. Then he left, and they got a really kind of different vocalist in return, Tracy Hitchings. Now, the album I just showed you, Science of Coincidence, was the first Landmarq album I personally purchased, and I gotta say, I loved it. Real stunning neo-prog, lots of keyboards, fantastic. Now, I've always kind of kept in touch with the band, because despite the fact that it's been 14 years since their last album, it doesn't mean they've done nothing for 14 years. Now they still kept on playing, and around 2003 they played in Holland. I met the band, I met Tracy, it was really nice. In 2006 they released a live DVD, and after that it became a bit quiet. Now, not because they were tired or didn't want to, no, mainly because of the health problems that Tracy Hitchings had. Now, fortunately, she fought it, she won, and she's feeling okay again. And we are very happy that the band finally released Entertaining Angels. I can assure you it is an absolutely stunning album. But you may have noticed that this is a special edition. Now, if I show you the back, you will see that there are two. You have tracks here and you have tracks here. Now, when I got the album and I opened it, I was a bit surprised, because as you can see, we have the album here, the regular version, and then we have this, and this is a bonus disc. Now, personally, I would have found it nicer if they just put it in the same jewel case, but okay, the band chose to give it as a separate CD. Now let's start with this one. 30 minutes of great music. Don't think that these are leftover tracks or less good than what we have on the actual album. Absolutely not. It is a fact that these tracks are also been played before, and they are featured on the live DVD. So you may be familiar with them, and here we have them in the studio versions. Very beautiful music. It even includes an epic track, Thunderstruck, which clocks 13 minutes and a little bit more. So this is really amazing, and I can already say, if you want to get a copy of this album, see if you can get the special edition, because this is absolutely worth to have and listen to. Brilliant songs. It's not personal. Okay, let's look at the album then. Now, we have 8 tracks, we have 72 minutes of music. And what can I say, where do I start with this album? Because it already starts on a really high note with the title track Entertaining Angels. 8 minutes, 8.5 to be exact, and it starts with this wonderful, fantastic guitar part of Uwe de Rose. You know, I was really stunned and impressed when I heard that. It's so beautiful, and his guitar parts throughout the entire album are extremely beautiful. I just love to listen to it, you know. The man is a phenomenal guitar player, let's be fair about that. When we're moving on, we have a bit of a, 2 tracks belonging together, Glowing. They're 2 separate tracks, but if you listen to them, it's one story, a bit of a ballad, and especially the second part opens with a real warm, nice bass by Steve G. Now, a little mistake I made. Steve G is not related to Pendragon's bass player Peter G. That's purely a coincidence, just so you know. Alright, moving on. Now, when I heard the album, and I already heard a couple of tracks in 2010 from this keyboard player, Mr. Mike Varty, and I got the idea that it sounded a little bit different. It didn't sound as I would expect from Landmarq. They had a little bit of a different sound, which is very nice because, you know, they go in their own direction and they don't need to repeat themselves. So it's very nice that they bring a little bit of a fresh sound. Nevertheless, Mountains of Anglia has that familiar Landmarq neo-prog sound with these lush keyboards and beautiful vocals and really happy melodies, you know. Very nice track. When I listen to the singing of Tracy, I mean, she is absolutely a stunning singer. And I just love to listen to her. It doesn't matter what kind of music she sings or what kind of project she sings, but especially on this album she sings absolutely stunning. Sometimes really heavy, sometimes powerful, sometimes even a little bit fragile or more calm, and sometimes even, well, dare I say it, sexy. You know, she's a fantastic singer and her voice gives me goosebumps, really, you know, when I listen to, and especially when I listen to track number 5, Personal Universe. That is, that really gives her vocals, you know, some room to shine. You know, they do on all the songs, but on that one, definitely. They put in epic tracks. I mean, they open up with an 8.5 minute song, but track number 7, Turbulence, Paradigm Shift, clocks 12.5 minutes, and we close on a really high note with Calm Before the Storm, 16 minutes, and I gotta tell you, that song has everything. Now, what I also like, I mean, you hear the guys are amazing, and it's like a puzzle. All the members are different puzzle pieces. You have Dave Wagstaff on the drums, you have Steve G on the bass, I mentioned Tracy, I mentioned Uwe, and we have Mike Varty on keyboards. Now, all these pieces together form this beautiful album. And there is so much to discover. I mean, Calm Before the Storm will take you a couple of spins, you know, to get all the details and hear, well, everything they put in it, because it's a lot and it's really beautiful. But what I also like is that the production of this album is absolutely spotless. I can assure you, and my son can vouch for that, I played this album at the top volume, you know, pulled my amp all open. I don't know if the neighbors enjoyed it, but sorry for that. But even at top volume, this album still sounds amazing, really good. So, well, the production, the mixing, the mastering, what they did was all fantastic. So this is simply a brilliant, a stunning album. I can't say anything else of it. I've been waiting a long time for it. I'm really excited that I can bring it to you now. So all I can say to you is, you know, run to a store and buy this album. And if you can't buy if you can buy the special edition online, then order it online as long as you buy a legal copy, because that way you support the band. So please guys, ladies and gentlemen, don't share this online. Don't upload it, don't download it. You know, support the band, support the music. Well, thank you for putting up with me, and well, just put up with these guys. Landmarq, Entertaining Angels.